Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wildhearts official channel. It is Wildhearts Wednesday, and I thought I would shake things up a little bit for you guys today. I don't have Dawn this time around, but I am joined by someone else. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey guys, it's Chris from the art and design team.
And we're going to be knocking out a game for you guys, but I got some exciting stuff. If you've seen by the thumbnail, we've got some new designs. If you checked out our Tamer Talk last week, you saw a lot of the new stuff that's coming down. So I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys, take you into the mod, and show you what we've got coming out very, very soon for everybody. I haven't actually come into the mod. The only thing I've seen is the stuff that I showed you guys, that Dawn and I showed you guys, I should say, last week. So this will be my full-on live reaction to seeing all the new stuff. I'm very excited about this. I just so like fresh, and there's so much going on here. I know we did a full big breakdown for you guys last week, but you know, this will be a little bit different. We're also going to play a game, you know, just a little 1v1 casual game here, but I wanted to show you the new familiar in action. We've got the new bat here. If it'll load, it sure is taking its sweet time, probably because the updates, and I haven't actually logged in since the changes. So all right, so come over here in the mod, and there you go. You can see the changes there to the design, the graphic design overall. You can see it on the fields. The familiars have their the slash marks from the top left down to the bottom right, and then the main deck cards here are going to have from the bottom left to the top right, but they're not slash marks. They're their own unique little each individual designs here. The full arts as well are still going to be full arts, so you still have that the niceness there. I mean, we don't want to take away from, you know, extended or borderless or full art, whatever terminology you want to use there. So you still have that element as well. So yeah, these look great. I like the design changes. Also, I covered it in the interview that we did, but something I do want to point out just real quick is around the cost and power. You see this little white border there? That just helps it stand out so much better from the background, because sometimes you'll have a really dark background like on the Pekera here, or this dark gray brown would really blend right into that dark blue. But now that you have that white outline, oh, just so nice. It really helps helps the cost and power pop, especially when they're sitting in your hand. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and build a deck for you guys. I'm going to be using the Versperoon here to show it off for the first time, because we haven't actually got to see it in a game on the channel yet, because it's been one of our mystery familiars from our Foundations campaign. So I haven't had a good chance to really use this for myself either, and especially no one else has gotten to use it. So yeah, I think this will be a great opportunity here. That debut trigger, a friendly ally's debut effect in any field. It doesn't even have to be the same field. Like, that's really great. Granted, turn one, round one, not gonna see much use there, but every round after that, assuming you have a ally with a debut effect, it's going to be great. Now, also that round one, we got to make sure we actually get an ally on field that's going to be able to, you know, use this debut. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and mute myself for Chris while he builds his deck, and I'm going to kind of talk through how like my thought process on building this stuff. So I will see you in just a bit, Chris.
All right, bud, have fun.
All right, there we go. We are muted in the Discord. And I should probably move myself to recording studio. John just popped in there, so he was going to chat for a minute while I do this. All right. So when building Versperoon, you know, we want a lot of debut effects. If you don't get a debut effect out round one, you're not going to see a whole lot of value there. But it's a tactics card, so let's start out with some tactics. Before we necessarily pick our secondary familiar, I don't want to use like a lot of the starting ones necessarily. We've seen those a lot. We haven't really got to see the Kindolf very much. I might go Kindolf. We'll just have to see, because like looking at some of the debut effects there in Might, they're okay, but there's not a ton, right? So where are we going to get the most debut effects out of other styles? is going to be the question, right? And it doesn't look like we're going to get a lot out of special either. So special's pretty much off the table. If we want to look at ferocity here, we got the Lady Seer, but we don't, that's discarding. I don't really want to discard stuff unless I'm really building around it. We've got the Sealant that's going to move stuff, which isn't bad because it does give us VP. If we can trigger some VP gaining stuff, that's going to be great. We could do the Jelly Cane for some more VP, but that's kind of really it that we want to do. Maybe the Rapture, getting that KO, could be pretty good. And then, of course, the alternative is Might. They've got the Ignition. The debut on the Terrachic's pretty nice, giving another friendly creature block. Tortu getting block back. The removal off of the Airing is really great, but that's really it. You know, you don't see any value in those high-level, high-cost cards. So it's going to be Might or Ferocity. So let's just kind of, who do we want to kind of build with here? I think I'm going to go Kindolf, just because I like the Kindolf more than maybe the Skyson and the Rapture. Skyson I kind of need to build around a little bit more. Rapture's pretty solid all the time, as long as you got enough KO stuff, which could synergize really well with what we're doing here in Tactics. But let's go ahead and start here. I want to go ahead and grab some of these guys because these guys are all great. I want the VP gaining stuff. We can grab an couple Alistair's Guide. We got the new Drill Attack. Return any ally from any field to its owner's hands. You may move or deploy a friendly familiar. If we grab this, then that really helps us because if we're not running special, we have no good way of, you know, grabbing that stuff, or redeploying. Sorry, I was looking at Allusion. I was thinking grabbing. We're not really going to, I don't think, running a ton of Tamer cards to really get good use out of that debut. Gyre will be great. I like Reprieve, again, gaining some VP. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take some really low scoring fields, so that way our low VP gain effects are really going to mount up to a lot of good value here. The Lunos, I haven't really got to use the Lunos a lot recently. It's a real good middle of the road kind of ally, but oh my gosh, if we can get this with our Versperoon and keep triggering the Lunos, that is amazing. All right, we're at 16 cards, so we're right down the middle, currently in the halfway point. The Psymonk also got some real good potential. Play 2 random ally cards from an opponent's discard in any field. Give each ally +2 power. I don't really ever use the Psymonk. I think I might. I think this is the time. All right. And then I think, yeah, he didn't choose Might. So, yeah, we're going to go Kindolf. I assume he didn't choose Might. Looks like he's still building, so I don't know what he's going for. Not that I'm trying to build around him. It's just I would prefer not to choose the same thing. Let's see. Let's go. Yeah, we'll grab the Ignition. That'd be a good one to trigger multiple times. Of course, the Terrachick would be fantastic. We got the new Bounce Orb. Choose a non-token ally of yours in play. If they are tame, gain 1 VP. Cool. And seek 2. If they are wild, give a friendly familiar +2 power. Then KO an ally in their field with equal or less power, and return your ally to hand. This is kind of an awkward one, right? Because returning allies to hand when we got our Versperoon that can just replay those debut effects. But that said, it is a VP gaining card, so that might be a good one. We'll see where we're at. We'll go ahead and grab the Tortu. I do love the Tortu. Grab that Airing because that debut effect, being able to pop something. We're at 26 cards here. Of course, I'm going to grab my Giant Growth. Now, because we're running the Kindolf, I got to make sure that I've got some stuff that's going to trigger with him. When he's the target of a Tamer card, it gets +1 power and draw a card. I need to make sure I've got some Tamer cards that are going to be actually able to target him here, which so far isn't a ton. We got a little bit here, so I think we should definitely grab the Strength Training to go with our Giant Growth here. And that puts us at 30 cards. Now the question is there anything else that we might want to do? Man, not having a Sylph Amulet feels bad. Move a friendly creature to an adjacent field. You know, that's always good. But like, what would we give up for that? That's a tricky one because all this feels great. I don't know if I need the Ignition, honestly. He's a solid, like, all-around card. He's not bad, but he's not like super synergistic with what we're doing here. The Sylph Amulet, not as much either. Let's see. We did grab the Reprieve as well, right? I believe, yes. We got the Reprieve, we got the Strength Training, and the Giant Growth. So we're actually in a pretty good position there, I would say, with the Tamer cards. So I think, yeah, we go ahead and grab the Sylph Amulet then to round us out. All right, so we got our 2 familiars. Now we need to pick our fields. I want the lowest scoring ones. No, there's a 2, so we'll grab the Calmbrook. Probably the 3 as well then. I know 2 vanillas is crazy, but yeah, that feels pretty great. So go ahead and move this stuff out of the way. Sounds like he's shuffling up over there, so... Oh, how do we have 3 here? I see. Now, I don't think there's another 2. I'm pretty positive everything is at least a 3. We just have the 1 2-coster. Alright, let's go ahead and throw down a face down. For everybody gets that reference. Cool beans. Alright. Now let's jump back over to Discord here and unmute ourselves. There we go. And go ahead and drag Chris into the recording studio with us.
Hello.
Okay, I am good to go. Looks like you got everything shuffling good. Alright, so my power is 9 versus your 7. So you're going to get the choice here. Looks like you've got the Calmbrook as well, and then the Griffin's Crag. 2 or less ally cards cannot be played to this field. Okay, so you get the choice of which field to kick out and give first player token to. Or I guess we should resolve Mulligan first. That should definitely be what we do. That is...
Yeah, I am gonna toss. I'm gonna toss this fish back.
Gosh, this is like a fantastic hand, except for these 2 cards early on is awful, but every other card in my hand is great. So I think I'm gonna keep. We'll see if I regret or not, though.
I'm gonna kick my own Calmbrook.
All right, so you're gonna take that first player token for us. Shuffle up the fields. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So got the Calmbrook over there. We've got the High Grass over there, and then Griffin's Crag. And I believe High Grass is a new one that we have not shown off. It is just a vanilla, but it is a vanilla 3, so it's pretty neat.
Okay. All right. I've got my 8 now.
Ready?
I'm ready to go.
Let's do it.
All right. We're going to put down as a resource a Take Flight.
Okay. I am going to place down a Lucky Hat.
Okay. I feel like we're gonna put a dinosaur here.
Okay. Go ahead and match you there with a Kindolf.
I'm going to also put my Glacifly there.
Yep, as you do. So that's 7 power there. Now let's go ahead and where's that 3 at? Yeah, we'll go ahead and put our Versperoon over here just to have something.
All right. What's inactive? Nothing is inactive, but I am going to switch this 3 for a 2, and then no fields are inactive.
Nice. Very, very spicy.
Okay. So we will start off with a 1 of, and we will put an Amptar here.
Okay. Got that nice ongoing there. Give each friendly ally in this field +1. Couple different tactics we can do here. We can go with this, but that's a little scary of a play to do. So I think I'm just gonna kind of keep it chill. Let's spin 2, and I'm gonna go ahead and drop a Tortu right here and give him his block. And then my hat will draw me a card. Here we go.
36. Okay. Okay. All right. So you have that there. Okay. So we're gonna use our Take Flight, and we're gonna put a. So that would put us at. What would that put us at? Put us at 5 there. I don't love that as much. I don't love that as much. I wonder if. Well, we can. We can put him right here, and we can pull our Glacifly over to this field.
Interesting. So then you got 4 plus the 3 there, so you got the 7 power, and we're tied for this one, so neither is going to score that. Okay. I think then what I will do, I'm going to go ahead and flip my well, is it even that worth it? I think so, because not only do I win it, but I also deny you points, so yeah, we'll Or, yeah, because that'll put me at a 9. All right, here we go.
We will flip our own. We would be at 7. Let's go to 10 here.
Okay. So yeah, your 10 beats my 9, but I'll at least win back the Calm Brook. It's not amazing, but it is what it is. I'll just go ahead and pass then, so I can get that extra card.
And I too will pass.
All right, so I'll get 2 points.
So no one takes field 1. I'll take field 2, and you will take field 3.
Yep. Okay, unexhaust those. Unfortunately, you did not go after my Tortu, so my Versperoon really loses its value here, but that's okay. Go ahead and draw my extra card. Okay, are you ready?
All right. Yeah, go ahead. You gotta put out a resource.
That is true. That is true. Yes, I do.
I mean, you don't have to. I'm fine if you are choosing not to.
Well, actually, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a Sylph Amulet here.
I will put down a Gale Sine.
Scary. Given a friendly ally block. All right. Go ahead and drop our Kindolf right there in the middle.
We will put our dinosaur here, and we will KO nothing.
Okay. Go ahead and I guess drop the Versperoon there. We definitely need to get something on field this round to see its spiciness.
And we will put the Glacifly here to reset your Tortu, so he will lose his block now.
Yep.
And what do we got? No field is enacted.
All right. Golly.
All right, we're cooking.
Yeah, we are. A couple different things we could do. It's not a bad one. I'm going to spend 1, and I'm going to drop my Terra Chick here in the middle. Oh, I cannot. Not because of that crag. Let's drop it. We'll drop it over here. That seems fine. Yeah, and we'll give our Tortu its block back.
Interesting. Okay, there is a lot of things we can do. I think so many things. So many good things. Okay, I think number 1, numero uno. God, it's so good, too. Why wouldn't you? Yeah, we'll do it. With speed, we're going to blow up this guy. We'll give -1 to your thing, your chicken. We will draw a card. Not my Glacifly. This will become an exhausted resource. And because that play has speed, we got to go again. So let's go 1, let's go 2, let's go 3. And we are going to play down a Sparkwell. And we're going to give a friendly ally block. We're going to give him block. And you, sir, are going to be the opponent I choose.
Okay.
So we're going to get all 7 of your cards down. I'm going to pick one. And we're going to see what's what. Either I'm going to put you back at 0 points, or we're throwing -3 on one of these Todgers in this field.
Okay. Cards are down.
I'll take this one.
Of course.
Oh, what a great one to do.
Yeah.
We're gonna give -3 to your Batsies, because that's who we can give it to. I'm sure I could give it to the wolf, but why, right?
Indeed, why?
And then it passes to you, sir.
Okay. Well, that was rough indeed.
I thought it was fun.
I'm sure. If I did that, it'd be pretty good for next round, at least. It doesn't help me here, though. That's a lot of power there. So none of those are useful. So
Rude.
Between these 2 cards, but I can't even get the value off of that. So, like, literally the only play I can do is this one. So we'll do 2, and then I'm gonna drop a Skyer here to send your Butterfly back.
You love to see it.
And then we'll go ahead and trigger our Lucky Hat, and then we'll trigger our Sylph Amulet here, move a friendly creature. I'm actually gonna move the Skyer to the middle field.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Here we go.
With speed, we're going to blow up our Amtar. And so he's going to give the dinosaur +1. I'm going to get a VP. And this becomes a resource. And he goes goodbye. And the dinosaur also gets +1 because a creature in this field was KO'd. That has speed. So we're going to Moonlight Aura next. With speed, we're going to drop 2 of these into the old deck. Shuffle it up and draw 1. And then I will pass first.
Okay, that was explosive. Unfortunately, I will have to pass as well for a lot less value. My
Okay.
draws have been brutal. I'm sure you'll go back and watch this later, but it's rough.
I did not want to have to play 2 sack bonds right away, but that's how bad it's been. I mulliganed into a worse hand than I had last time, so
Dang.
okay. No one's taking 1. I'm gonna take 2.
Yep.
You'll take the 2 from there. And we're gonna have ourselves a good time going into round 3. Oh, okay. Now we've got good draw, and
Yeah.
now we have. I'm gonna have 6 resources this round. So
Yeah,
now,
it's crazy.
now we're cooking. Okay. Okay. I think we put one of these down. We're gonna take another face down.
I think I'm going to do an Alistair's Guide here.
Okay. All right. Shot number 1. We're eating your chicken. So your chicken goes goodbye, and we're pulling ourselves another power. Dinosaur eat chicken. It's a tale as old as time.
Beauty and the Beast. Okay, let's go. We'll go Kindolf in the middle.
Worst decision ever. Let's do this. Let's reset your turtle so you can lose his block.
Okay. Well, so I could go Versperoon to the middle, activate Skyer, but you've got block, so it doesn't really do much. Or I go and reactivate my turtle and give him block again. I guess.
Yep, that was the whole point. Was you can either pick between removing mine or getting your own.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Here we go. What is an active? It's going to be 2. No, it's 1.
Oh, it's 1. 1 this whole game.
We've never scored a 1 anyways, but okay.
Cool. That's hilarious.
Let's Moonlight Aura for the second time.
Golly.
And let's see if we can get... Yes, that's the money. That's the old money, as they say.
Old money.
Yeah. You know, the old money. Everyone knows the old money. We're going to get goofy. And let's use this. Let's use this to play a Fury Potion on my own creature here.
Okay.
And then because we played a Tamer card, we will move our Rapture here.
Interesting. There's a lot of power in the middle.
Yes. We are at the end of the round, because this is only during scoring for the butterfly, the Glacifly.
Right.
So then it will be 19. But for now, it is only 16. Wink face.
All right.
Am I putting you in a position to make choices?
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
I'm sorry, my friend.
I need to see your trash for no particular reason. Or your discard, not your trash.
Only one of each creature. If you wanna drop those 2, you can. I wouldn't mind a chipmunk play at this point.
The issue
They're
is...
vulnerable by my dinosaur.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is, like, the Psymonk is great if I could get that double value out of it next turn with the Versperoon again. Unfortunately, you don't have anything else in there, so I wouldn't get that much value. So, and getting 2 1s is not great.
You don't love to see that, no.
No. So I think we're going to just be super slow about it, and we're going to strength training our Kindolf. So he's going to get an extra bonus 1, so +3, and I draw a card.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it a lot. Okay, so now I may go.
Yep.
Let's use... Nope, we're not using that. We're using this and this. And we're going to momentum shift your Kindolf. So your 3 will actually go to my dinosaur.
Yep.
And then he will go back to the bench. And then you will get +1, and then you'll draw a card.
That's hilarious.
It is hilarious, but it at least gets him off the board.
Right. Oh my gosh. All these draws. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't do anything. A real bind here.
Yeah, you are crunching. I can hear the crunching, just crunching.
I just got a whole lot of no value cards right now. I think I gotta try to draw into something. I'm gonna Alistair's Guide here.
Beautiful. Do remember the hand limit.
At the end of the round.
Yep, I'm sure you, given your draw, will have no problem finding something to discard.
Okay. Man. Alright, so that we definitely want that card. I'd love to have that, but I'm not gonna be able to use it. I think I'm better off grabbing this, unfortunately. Yeah. Man, that's probably one of the best hits off of Alistair's Guide I've seen in a long time. Like, just every card just has value. And to the bottom.
Yeah, no drawing the 4, looking at the 4 and going, ah, it's these two. Got it.
Yeah, yeah. All right. And then I draw off my lucky hat. Here we go.
All right. Let's remove the block from your Tor 2.
Well, okay.
And we will draw a card that has speed, of course. So we will pay 1, and we will play a double-edged hit to then move this here and put -2 on your Tor 2.
Okay.
And then to you, sir.
Still got 2 resources left.
That ramp this game, I tell you what.
No kidding.
Having to do the double sack bond wasn't the worst thing, especially when I thought you were gonna end up skyring my Amptar. I figured I might as well just send him home myself.
Yep, it was a good call for sure. All right, I think I'm just gonna strength training my Kindolf on the bench.
I love it. Yeah.
So +3 again, and another draw. Okay, here we go.
Okay. We're gonna go 1. We're gonna go 2, and we are going to play. Do you have 3 resources left? Yeah, I don't care about that. And we'll put down a Tor 2 here, where it gains block, and then friendly creatures with block gain +1.
Yep. Okay. So you got what? 10 into round. You'll have 13 power there. That's a lot. So let's go. All right, let's go spend 1, spend 2, and I'm going to reprieve here on my Versperoon. So you're crushing me at the moment. So I'm going to get 3 power and 2 VP.
Playing with speed.
Yeah. Right, so go to 6, and then resolve my Alistair's Guide, move a tame ally to an adjacent field to give a friendly familiar +1 power. I'm going to hit your Sparkle.
So you will not gain +1 power, and my turtle will.
Yep, but you'll lose your block. All right, so then we got speed there. So then we're gonna go ahead and why is this card not turning? There we go. We're gonna spend 1 here with our Sylph Amulet to play a drill attack. I'm gonna go for your Sparkle
Return this
there.
to my hand.
Yeah.
Wow, you love it.
Yeah, you'll get that again, but you lose 10 power in that field, which I really, really needed. And then I can deploy a friendly familiar, which is going to be my Kindolf here, and it was targeted by an ally card, so it's going to get another plus power, and another draw. I don't think I've ever drawn this many cards in a game, even running special tactics at that. Oops, I don't know. Why did I click over there?
Yeah, I'm going to end up having to give you both fields and pass.
Yep, all right. So with that, so that'll put us at, what, 14 power, and you'll be at that.
Yeah, I'll lose both.
Yeah, nice. We needed that. All right, so 6, 12. Okay, and these guys will come back. And then, so we got to discard down to 7, correct? Yeah, so let's go ahead and ditch this Psymonk that's not doing me any good. Ditch this Airing here that hasn't been doing me any good. Still at 8, so gotta get rid of 1 more. I think I'm gonna get rid of the second Psymonk, just because it does not felt like a good Psymonk game, unfortunately. I have not drawn any of my adults. Right.
Well, I kind of assumed you didn't in the first round when I played an Amptar and I was trying to bait you into using it, and you didn't use it.
Yep.
And then from then on, it's all been tame. So.
Right. Okay.
I got a face down resource.
Okay. Gosh, all these cards could be good this round.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Indeed. Let's go. Yeah. I finally got a face down.
All right. What are we doing here? I'm gonna put the dinosaur here.
Interesting. Okay. I'll put Kindolf in the middle.
I will put Glacifly in the middle.
Okay. Well.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna do that. That would be insanity.
I was like, man, you must have something devious going on.
Yeah, I mean, there is a thing, like, I can get it back out. That's not the issue.
Right.
I think I gotta put it here.
Okay. You want to reset my Tortu?
No, I'm not going to reset your torture.
Okay, well.
Says May.
Yep. All right, we'll drop here, and we'll give my little Tortu block again. He's still at least 3 power.
All right, sorry, field 2.
Yep.
Rip field 2.
And this is round 4.
Oh, final countdown. Let's just start with disruption. Let's go 1, let's go 2, let's go 3. Let's bring him out again. Bring him out, bring him out. We're gonna put out our Siltsine or our Sparkwell. If you wouldn't mind laying me down 8 cards so that I can dump one of them again.
Come on.
And actually, no, we will put him over in this field. We'll make sure we can get a high quality use here. We'll make sure he goes on the field. Get rid of this card. It's not a wild. Oh, that's a great card to get rid of right now.
Yeah, it is.
And then hold on, we're gonna get rid of your plus power on your bat, so the bat gets -3, and that card can go goodbye. And then of course we use the Glacifly, so he'll get block.
Yep.
Give a friendly ally block.
Okay.
As one does.
Indeed. As one does. I'm gonna play Lucky Hat.
Oh, okay. I like that action. I like that action. Okay. I will use Take Flight to play Ambush. And based on what we have in hand and whatnot, we'll play Ambush right here.
Okay.
There's a 1, and there's a 1. Okay. Ambush, a go goodbye. These go back into my deck. And then those get played in that order to this field. So move or deploy a friendly familiar to this field. I will not. Well, I mean, I can. It doesn't really matter. And then the Pengos puts 2 of these into my deck. And then did I use Take Flight on a Tamer card? I did. So we will move our Glacifly right here to the middle. And then it is to you, sir, as that does not have speed.
Okay. I'm going to spend 1, and I'm going to Giant Growth here onto my Kindolf, which will go ahead and max him out. Draw a card.
You're going to draw 2 cards from the Giant. Your hat goes a goodbye.
I think I misplayed. Okay, hold on. I haven't drawn from the hat. I actually need to do the Sylph Amulet is the one I wanted.
Yeah, move him over. I like it.
Yeah. So now that
Not
fills up your field, at least. My 16 power.
Not really.
Versus what? You've got 18 at the end of the round with Glacifly?
10. Yeah, I have 18 here. So, not quite. Not quite, my good sir.
Yep.
That has speed, so you're cooking with gas here. You gotta keep going.
Right. Okay. I think now we will go ahead and use that Lucky Hat. I'm going to drop a Crochet here. So debut, move another friendly ally. We're going to go ahead and move our Skyer over here to give us another Veep.
So still not enough, huh?
And now, I believe, it is your go. I need to get a Guardian over there to protect.
Yeah, let's get him, let's get the Crochet -1.
Okay.
And we'll draw a card. Oh my, that is something. That is something. Okay, so with 3, we still have enough to do all the stuff. Yeah, that would leave us with 1. We don't need to do that, though. And all you have left is an Alistair's Guide unused, so you can't move anything else to this field. The most you could do is try to move my Hiltsine out. Well, I don't mind that at all. So let's do this. Let's play a Seal in here, and let's move him over. Not the same style.
Unfortunate.
Well, I mean, I didn't need it, but it would have been helpful. And now it's to you.
Okay. I'm going to spend 1, and I'm going to auto your Penguin.
Yeah, baby.
For another Veep.
All right. So we will get a power, and we will put a mirror image in that field.
Yep.
You love to see it. All right. Yes, 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 yes. I don't know why I'm picking you. All right. Well, we'll just, we'll spend the old rest. And since I can have up to 3 here, let's move and take your Crochet and get another resource. And let's move the Seal here and knock out your Crochet.
Okay.
And, oh, sorry. Then this becomes, add this card as a resource. And so this is not exhausted either.
Right. Okay. My go?
Yes, sir.
I'll spend 1, and I'll play a Terra Chick. Your go.
I will spend 1, and I'll play another Fury Potion here.
Oh boy. Okay. I have no idea where does that put us at here.
Puts me ahead of you.
But how much?
8, 11, 14, 21, 25 to your 18, 19, 20, 21. So you're down by 4 with 1 resource.
8, 9, 12, 23. I got you at 23, not 25.
8, 15, 19, 20. Oh, 23. Yes.
Okay. To my 19, 21.
And no more pumping the Kindolf.
Yeah, that's fine. But Alistair's Guide. I still have Amulet back my Crocian.
No! Well, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't have mattered anyways. Even if I won both, I would have been 1 point behind you.
Was it? Oh, because it's only 4 points.
Yeah.
I was thinking 6. I was thinking 6 this whole time. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, and then Alistair's would move that out, so as well.
Oh, so you wouldn't get a point. Got it.
Well,
so
I would win the field, so it's okay.
I don't think you would you?
Yeah.
2, 4, 7, 17, 23, 11.
And you were at 23.
14,
and
19, 22, yeah.
Yeah, you were at 23 and at minus the 1, so, yep.
Good game.
Yeah, I was stressing there for a bit. The first 2 rounds were rough for me, but it was like slow build up, it felt like. And then that one round where I just drew all those cards, it was the drawing to help sculpt my hand into something playable, because I'm down to 2 cards now. So like
I'm at 1. Chase, I'm at 1. You had no 1s for the dinosaur to eat, and then when you put a guardian here.
Oh my gosh!
See, even that wouldn't have mattered because I still winning both. Had you not played the Crocian twice, it still would have been a tie game going into a 5th round. Oh my god! And then it would have been field 3 and Acta. That's where all my guys are. What a good guy! I really needed the Siltsune to hit you with like wild, but that would have meant one of your Airing or your Psy Monks. I almost thought you had them. But I kind of breathed a sigh of relief when I got rid of your Reprieve, but it was like, ugh. Okay.
Yeah, Reprieve and Strength Training. I was like, man, both of those are great cards. But then I drew into another Strength Training. I was like, okay, well, that's helpful. But yeah, the Reprieve, so, of course, the obvious thing is, we were doing the VP game cards. We take the lowest value fields, like VP scoring fields, right? And then we use the Versperoon to try to capitalize on those VP gaining cards, like the Crocian, the Auto-Ults, stuff like that. Of course, we toss in the Reprieves for a little bit more VP gain.
I was playing in honor of Randy. This is Randy's beloved Ferocity special.
Ramp was insane.
Well, let that be a lesson, though. Look at all this ramp, and you can still lose, kids.
Yep.
It's rampant. You gotta actually, and see, here's the thing. I had stuff to pay for all of that ramp, but like missing on the ceiling. I mean, I didn't. I was looking for an ambush really early. I needed my 1s very early, and I did not get any of them or ambush. So like I was stuck with Amptar and Siltsune the whole early game, and that's it.
Yep.
And like if you look through like the rest of the deck, other than special attacks. There's another ambush, there's another couple of 1s. Nothing. And it's hard to special attack, too, into the Kindolf. You have to use it on your other stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty rough.
Because it's just a deck cycle for me and you if I use it on you.
Yeah.
You draw 1, and just leave things as is, right?
Yep. +1, -1. Yep. Or -1, then +1. Yep. It's pretty great. But yeah, I thought this would end up being a pretty good game. I was a little worried at first. I was like, I think you're just going to crush me. And then like it was like a slow build up to turned out to be an actual pretty good game. So I wish I could have shown the Versperoon off for everybody a little bit better, but you kind of see the general idea. And it also did force you to play around stuff, right? Because when we used the amulet to put the Skyer in the middle, right, then that gave me a path to do different things. So you had to play around it. I might not have gotten to use it quite like I wanted to, but it still impacted the game.
The threat of the Versperoon, like think of the investment. I knocked off block twice on the Tortu.
Yep.
But I couldn't get the Tortu off the board. And if you look at like, had you not blocked him, I'd have been able to pull him out with a double-edged hit. And had you not been able to put him here and that threat of sending things back to the bench, obviously I could redeploy him. Like, I have ways. but do you want to spend those waves before the round even starts?
Right.
I don't want to. So that threat was such a deterrent for me this game. Like the bat is just for a 3-power. You start getting allies on the board, Chase. It's big guns. It's big guns. And had you gotten a Crocian out early instead of the chicken, and you start just moving things around, getting a point.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at how close this game could have been had I won both fields. It would have been a tie or a 1-point game. That would have been the separator right there. So like you do that math, that's nuts. That bat is a threat.
Yeah, I debated going with ferocity instead of might because of the ceiling. But the ceiling alone wasn't enough for me to like convince me to do it. But it was close though. It was definitely close. And the Rapture. The Rapture was the other one, the 3-coster there. But I was like, but that's such a late game, like a potential usage. So
the scummy one for me, if you did ferocity, is that.
Right. Yeah.
If your opponent kills it, you might get a VP off of it. If they don't, you're just taking cards from their hand.
Yeah.
That's so mean. It's so mean. Yes,
I think my dyslexic got the debut and the KO backwards on this one in my mind. Like I read it, and I was like, it's such a low chance of like discarding to get the VP, even if I'm triggering multiple times. Wait, no, that's the KO, not the debut. Whoops.
Yeah. And the way you were running it too, I almost wouldn't have done I would have put a Lunos in there.
I have 2.
Oh my god, yeah, that was like my favorite bat creature when I was playing with Gareth the other day, because like if you just hit it.
Yep. So the Alistair's guy that I revealed earlier, you'll go back and watch it, but I revealed both of my Lunoses off of it, and then it was like, I forget what else it was. It might have been the drill attack. I think it was the drill attack, which is what I needed because you had just pushed my Kindolf.
That swung you that round.
Yeah,
that swung you that round because you removed my Sparkwell and put out the Kindolf in the same round. So you swung both fields from I'm winning them to I'm losing both. That was the right call. That was the right call for sure.
I forget what the other one was.
You could have knocked out my Sparkwell had you played a Lunos. But you wouldn't have been able to redeploy your Kindle.
Yeah. I think the other card I grabbed was a Reprieve. So, yeah, back to the whole, like, gain VP thing. But, yeah, I enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun. The Versperoon on deck building is just... it's so refreshing now that we can show off other things and, like, really interesting, like, plays. Yeah, and like you're talking about, like, you can do some real nasty stuff, like with the Gel Ice. The immense VP gain and stuff like that. But, you know, it's not like it's an end-all be-all strategy, everybody that's watching. Like, if there had been, like, if you had brought 2 high-score VP scoring fields and then kicked one of my low-scoring ones, yeah, you would have given me the initiative, but it would have been really hard for me. I mean, I did have the Kindolf, but I didn't have, besides that, my might cards aren't the big, beefy guys. It's mostly run the Kindolf and run the Tamer cards to juice him, and draw cards and cycle into like my tactics cards mostly. So I didn't have a whole lot of like scoring fields like power. So I think it, you know, depending on what I win against, it definitely might not have been such a you know, a good strategy. So just kind of keep that in mind as well, that it's not like some big broken card where you can just, I just gain in, you know, infinite VP. No, it's not quite that crazy. So but yeah, with that, I hope you all enjoyed. We'll be back next week with some Tamer talk. I'm sure we'll scrounge up something that could really spice things up for you guys and get you excited. So make sure you check it back later. And with that, we'll catch you in the next one.